During week 3 of spring practice at Washington, I spent a lot of time watching the safeties, and in this video, I'm going to take you through everything that I saw from that position group, including some of the intricacies of the 2 safety positions in Ryan Walters' defense. We know Ryan Walters' defense uses a lot of single high safety coverage, but there's actually 2 safeties on the field. One plays back, called the post safety. The other one plays up, that's called the down safety or the box safety. And FIU transfer CJ Christian explained the difference between these 2 safety spots in this defense.
We got a down safety that's more working in the box, kind of guarding tight ends, or we also got post safety that's mainly in the post and just can't let nothing get behind them. So they kind of brought me in just to play that back post safety guy, because that's what I played at FIU as well, because we had at FIU we had basically kind of the same thing, and I was always the post guy, and we always had a down guy.
And this spring, Christian has been taking nearly every rep at post safety with the first team defense. And it's an important position on the defense because they've got to understand everything going on in front of them, the assignments of the rest of the defense, because that informs their pursuit angles and where to place their eyes in coverage. And most importantly, they're the last line of defense on this defense, lining up anywhere from 15 to 25 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They can't let anything get behind him. Here's Ryan Walters talking a little bit more about what he looks for in that position player.
He's got to be able to get sideline to sideline, take good angles, to eliminate explosive plays. We've got to be cerebral in some of our motion adjustments. So those are all things that are essential to playing that position.
And CJ Christian's veteran experience makes him an ideal candidate to start at this position in the Washington defense. Like he said, he played the post safety at FIU. He had 152 tackles there, 6 tackles for loss, 5 picks, and 6 pass breakups.
I feel like I wouldn't be who I was today if I didn't do those prior stops, just because it taught me so much, because coming out of high school, I was in a small area, so I just felt like I was the best coming out. And now I went to JUCO, it's every guy I feel like the best. It went from 20 DBs in a room in the spring to 60 in the fall. So it was like every day I had to work on my craft and get better and better. And then same thing at FIU, each year we were competing for a spot. So and then everywhere I went, I always built a family relationship just with all the guys. So anytime we're competing, we just make each other better every day.
And behind Christian at post safety, we've seen a lot of Vincent Holmes, who was wearing a tinted visor at Tuesday's practice. The redshirt sophomore played 123 snaps during the 2024 season with 7 tackles for Washington, and he's made a couple of good plays this spring with the second team in that defense, including an interception and a pass breakup. Also repping at post safety, we've seen a little bit of true freshman, former 4-star Rylan Dillard-Allen, and redshirt freshman Paul Menke Jr. And safeties coach Taylor Mays discussed what he sees in each of those young players after practice this week.
I think Paul is you look at Paul and he passes the eye test because he's big and he can run and he's physical. So he's a guy that, you say a guy's a rep guy, but really everybody's a rep guy, because you got to get the reps of it and what it feels like to do it and to do it right. And so Paul is a guy that just continues to get better and better. And then I think RDA is a guy that is extremely talented, and we really got to try and hone in on, you don't want to get through your freshman year and go into your sophomore year and say, dang, I didn't make strides. You can make all the strides in the world right now just because you're a freshman. The only difference is older guys just have more reps. But if you get the same amount of reps in right now at the freshman age, the sky is the limit for a guy like that.
And the other safety position in this Washington defense is what they call the down safety or the box safety. They line up closer to the formation, and they're typically responsible for guarding tight ends and slot receivers. They need to be able to identify motion adjustments for the defense, and most importantly, they've got to be a physical player. And Northern Arizona transfer Alex McLaughlin can do exactly that. In 2023, as a true freshman, he had 71 tackles, the most on the team. He followed that up with 96 tackles in 2024. And during week 3, he began to take a lot of reps at this box safety position with the first team defense. That's coming off a good performance he had last Saturday, pass breakup, a forced fumble, and a tackle for loss during the team periods.
I think Alex, especially coming from his previous school, is used to playing a lot closer to the ball. So naturally, he's kind of a guy that you want closer to the ball, running down the ball carrier. He's been playing really well. I think I think for him, just like anybody, you got to kind of rep it. And one of the areas I like to say, like for the guys in the safety rooms, a lot of it is running and tackling, and that is his game to a T. Once you get the reps of where to align and where to place your eyes and everything like that, I mean, he's really kind of taken off, and I think his ceiling is still even higher.
But throughout most of the spring thus far, it's been veteran safety McEllisteen taking those first team reps at the box safety position. But the coaching staff really seems to like what McLaughlin can do at that box safety spot. That's going to be a good competition this spring and into fall camp. We've also seen Paul Menke Jr. take reps at that spot, along with Raheem Wright. And teaching his safeties to play both of those safety spots is one of the main philosophies from Washington safety coach Taylor Mays.
But to me, you got to be able to do both. So if Alex is a box safety, he's got to be able to play in the post and be able to play deep. And if CJ primarily played deep before he got here, he's got to be able to play in the box, because you don't want a guy to be kind of one-sided in terms of what he can do.
I honestly like that just because, like, if all of us are versatile enough to play at different positions, the quarterback or that offense, each week, like, they'll never know, like, oh, this guy's back, but now he's down. Like, they won't know what we're in. Like, so I feel like that would be good just to complement the defense.
On Thursday, the team was in shells, so there was less contact at practice, but they were able to work on some installation. The defense here rotating a lot of the safeties playing both offense and defense to simulate some of the coverages this defense has. And you could see them repping a few different players at the two safety positions, including McEllisteen, CJ Christian, and Vince Holmes. And that's it for right now with the breakdown of the safety position in Ryan Walters' defense here at Washington. And be sure to keep it right here for continued coverage for the remainder of the spring practice season at Washington, leading up to the spring game on May 2nd and into the 2025 regular season.